Hello everyone and welcome to another video. How do you feel about Dark Souls 2? Is it
Very good.
or is it...
Help me.
I get it, it's a very controversial game, but it is filled with redeeming factors. Now I'm not here to brag or anything, but I have beaten Dark Souls 2 a total of 2 times, and if that doesn't impress you, I'll have you know that both times were blind playthroughs. The first time I just didn't know what was going on. The second time, I stared into the sun until my retinas burned to a crisp. And you know, this really changed my outlook on the game. I've really come to see that Dark Souls 2 is a very underrated game. It might not be the best Souls game, but it has a lot of features that I feel are very underrated. So without further ado, here are the 10 most underrated Dark Souls 2 features. Okay guys, so at number 10 we have the least underrated feature, and that is dual wielding. I feel like most people know about this one, but if you don't, Dark Souls 2 had a system where you could dual wield certain weapons, and so occasionally you'll hear your average Dark Souls 2 fan saying, I wish they would bring this back, the dual wielding system from Dark Souls 2. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, that was kind of cool. And I think it is very nice, you might say. Okay, at number 9 we have hexes. Hexes are of course in all the Dark Souls games, but in Dark Souls 2 they are designated as such. And I don't usually do mage builds, but as you can see here in this footage I was just testing it out with Cheat Engine since I couldn't be bothered to make the build. But they are definitely fun to use. I especially like the one that uses all your souls to make it super powerful. But I think the designation makes it a little more unique and a little more... gives it a little oomph, you know? Hexes. Yeah! All you Dark Souls 2 hex maniacs, let me know how awesome hexes are in the comments. And you know, maybe I'll give them a little try, because I feel they are underrated. In fact, I've never even heard about them from a Dark Souls 2 fan before, now that I think about it. So please, let me know that there are hexes in Dark Souls 2. Okay, so for number 8, we have lots of healing items. Of course, there's the Estus Flask in all the games. And you know, you might have an Elizabeth Mushroom or, you know, the Divine Blessing thrown in there. But Dark Souls 2 has life gems. Gems that give life. You got the big Papa life gems, you got the little ones, you got all sorts. Just a big variety there. But on top of that, you also have monastery charms. And in case you're struggling with a boss and you're, oh, I'm all out of my Estus juice and my life gems are kaput, well, you've got your monastery charm. You can take a nice kneel down and health is right back up where it started. Amazing. No one can tell me otherwise. In Dark Souls 3, oh, I'm all out of Estus. You're dead, right? Dark Souls 2, oh, I'm all out of Estus. Good thing I have 50 life gems right here in my back pocket. Epic. Such a good feature. Totally underrated. Alright, so at number 7, we have Dark Souls 2's overwhelming amount of enemies. And I feel this is such an underrated feature, because if you think about it, it's more realistic. I mean, in a real situation, what are the bad guys gonna do? Well, they're gonna get together and they're gonna form a plan. They're gonna say, oh, we'll just lay on the ground and pretend to be asleep, and then when he runs by, we'll all get him at once. We'll kill him. That's what mobbing is. They may have done a vacation or two to Gank City, Pontiff Sullivan. You know, they nabbed a bit of vacation time. Head on over to Gank City, get some moonlight, and bask in the glory of Anne Orlando. Anything to escape the humdrum day-to-day of your boring Drangleic office job. But also, I think one thing this feature really does is it hardens the player, you know? If you get killed so many times by just mobs of enemies, you know, like these wild hollows and crazy monsters, you're just gonna be so hardened. You'll be like a turtle. Nothing will be able to get you, except for maybe like an eagle. And that's only if it drops you from the sky and smashes your shell on a rock. But think about it. Underrated feature. This next feature is one of my personal favorites when it comes to realism. And when you think about realism in a video game, you're thinking about, oh, I leave footprints in the snow when I walk. Oh, there's blood when you get hurt, stuff like that, like realistic things. But Dark Souls 2 did it right, with realistic door opening and lever pulling. Heck, there's even realistic chest opening. I mean, those things are heavy, look at that. Alright, take this situation for example. You're running around someone's house, just like opening doors, and the people are like, what the heck are you doing in my house? And, they kill you. Riddle me this, are they just gonna leave the doors open like complete savages? No, they're going to close them. And Dark Souls 2 did it right, because the doors are always closed when you respawn. You can also get hit when opening doors and pulling levers, which just invigorates my inner faculties with appreciation for realism. Bless you, Dark Souls 2 game devs, for adding this beautiful realistic feature to your video game. Moving on, we have our next feature, which is hollowing health. So whenever you die in Dark Souls 2, your health goes down a little bit until it's about halfway, and then it stops. I think it's kind of self-explanatory why this one is so underrated. People just don't appreciate justice anymore. Think about it. You commit a crime, right? And then you get punished. It's the same thing with this feature. Every time you die, you lose a little bit of health, so as to teach you not to die anymore. It's really just simple psychology. So I'm a really big fan of this feature, but I think it could be so much more polished, so much better. Personally, I think the health should keep on going past halfway, and it should just kill your character. And when I say kill, I mean like forever, like your character's gone. And maybe an implemented feature could be that on a new character, you can see your rotting, hollowed corpse of your last character, and this will in turn motivate you to be less trash at the game. Very underrated. I just don't understand why it's not in the other Dark Souls games. Our number 4 spot goes to adaptability, which if you didn't know is a stat in Dark Souls 2 that raises your agility, or your iframes when you roll. Everyone who plays Dark Souls 2 knows it's super important. It's more underrated outside of Dark Souls 2. I mean, it wasn't included in the other games. Having agility and adaptability really just adds so much to the game, especially the early game. I love starting a new character with low agility and having next to no iframes. It just increases the horror aspect tenfold in this turn-based action RPG. I mean, it makes you feel weak, and that's scary. Especially after playing Dark Souls or Dark Souls 3, you think you can take on the world when you start Dark Souls 2. You say to yourself, I'm a Souls veteran, I know what to do, and then you try to roll through an enemy's attack. And surprise, surprise, your spine connects with the giant autism rhino's fist, sending your vertebrae on an all-expense-paid vacation to a paralyzation town. There's honestly nothing that makes the early game more appealing to me. I often find myself not wanting to level adaptability because it just adds to the experience so much. It gives you that extra challenge. It just boggles my mind they didn't continue with it. It would have been great. I mean, imagine adaptability in Sekiro or Bloodborne. One thing the Souls games are certainly well known for are the absolutely freaky creatures that you encounter along your adventures. I mean, who even comes up with these designs? It's a messed up mind. But one thing's for sure, these creatures are iconic. Everyone knows them. I mean, even my dentist knows who Smo is. I mean, you wouldn't even have to see the whole picture of one of these characters to be able to guess who they are. They're like Pokemon, that's how iconic they are.
Who's that Dark Souls mod?
You see, everyone knows Ribcage Sewer Dragon because he's so memorable and he's so cool. But does anyone remember Big Dog? Does anyone remember Pregnant Zombie? No! No one remembers them. This is a travesty. It's terrible. Why do the Asylum Demon and Sif get so much credit, when instead it should be Covetous Demon and Dog Rat? It truly is a shame how underappreciated these beautiful enemy designs are. And I would say it's even borderline criminal. If only more people appreciated you.
Number 2.
This next one really makes me lose my faith in the Souls community, and also my faith in humanity. Every morning I roll out of bed and think it's going to be a great day, and then I remember Skeleton Door. Skeleton Door is so underappreciated, it just makes me nauseous. I remember when Bloodborne came out in 2015. I loved the game, but as I progressed through playing it, I came to the realization that I had not run into Skeleton Door. I was frantic, completely beside myself, searching for Skeleton Door every minute of the day. It had to be there, somewhere. Some nights I didn't even sleep, out of fear that Skeleton Door would not be in the game. And to my utter chagrin, it was not included. Oh, why? What'd you do this to me, Miyazaki? It was like losing my child to leprosy all over again. But even then, I didn't let the anger get the better of me. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I keep things inside until they build up and explode. But this one almost got me. Almost got me. Almost. Can't we all just come together and appreciate the Skeleton Door we have? For this one feature alone, Dark Souls 2 should be the best Souls game. It should be ranked best Souls game. I can't. And now we come to the first and true savior. No one saw him for who he was. No one appreciated him enough, and so he left. Crimes against humanity? You heard of those in your history class? Those were petty theft compared to the tragedy of common fruit. The underappreciation of common fruit is the one thing that has caused more pain and suffering in this world than anything else you could draw from your insignificant, barely functioning hippocampus. I just cannot fathom why it was not included in the other games. Why? What is this? Poor imitation crap. This is margarine to my butter. When Bloodborne was released, I had to be physically restrained, and I had to have therapy for 18 months just so I wouldn't get in my car, drive to Japan, and full force dead slide Miyazaki in the face. There must be a reason. There must be. I just gotta have faith. Elden Ring, please. For you uneducated infidels, common fruit is the item in Dark Souls 2. It basically does everything. Struggling with Fume Knight? Boom, common fruit. Those pesky falconeers getting you down with their falcons? Common fruit. Just take a common fruit. Are you completely hopeless and depressed? Well, good news for you, because we got common fruit. Cures depression. Even Gale in Dark Souls 3 wanted common fruit for his lady's painting.
Hand it over, that thing. Your common fruit. For my lady's painting.
He searched the ends of the earth and time itself for it. If that doesn't show its importance, I don't know what will. In fact, many of you might not know this, but the original name for Dark Souls was going to be Common Fruits. There is nothing that common fruit can't solve. And it is a travesty that it is not appreciated enough in this world. Well guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. That was 10 underrated features from Dark Souls 2. And if you haven't already played the game, why? You're missing out big time. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and we'll get more similar content on the way. If you know any other underrated Dark Souls 2 features, please let me know in the comments. That would be most epic to read them. And here's to waiting for Elden Ring. Hopefully it'll incorporate some, if not all, of these fabulous, beautifully crafted features from Dark Souls 2. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.